Hello, Internet! Welcome to this Wednesday's Serial, a new round of comics. This episode brought to you by Upslope. Don't you think that science should have invented something to fight off the breathalyzer by now? And also, to all of you out there, if any of you happen to be in Colorado, feel free to stop by for my birthday party this Saturday. If any of you feel like flying out, I will pick you up from the airport. Yeah. Actually, I just got a Skype account, hopefully to talk comics with people. Matt CD42 on there, so look that up. And hopefully I'll be able to talk to some of you if any of you are interested. Cheers! Alright, Atomic Robo Real Science Adventures. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, a lot of these are fun, but they're just a few pages, and I might actually be buying the collection of this when it comes out, so long as I actually put the stories together that were broken up, because that would allow the reading to be so much nicer. But there's actually a really interesting short story, just like 3 pages in here, talking about like where the comic industry's at and how there's nothing just kind of fun and goofy that just kind of stands on its own as much out there. I mean, clearly not get the whole like DC Marvel business going on, but it kind of made me realize like there's, you know, a perception of comics, which is Marvel and DC, because, you know, they account for about 90%, I mean, a lot. But I mean, there's a lot of Image stuff coming out there right now that's on its own. Image is exploding. I mean, Red 5 has at least their savior, and then you have some Dark Horse stuff, but the Dark Horse stuff is mostly property. Kind of same with IDW, but IDW gets out with some of the Steve Niles stuff and whatnot. Though Steve Niles has been branching out to a lot of different companies, and I just feel like there's a lot of stuff there if you're willing to look for it, but there's still a lot of the cool stuff if you really get into the minutia of it, like a lot of us do. So, I don't know, I mean, you gotta have your balance of, like, your cheesecake fun, whatever, and then your art house stuff for the higher end stuff, whatever. You know, it all comes out in the wash. You just gotta have fun with it. But it's interesting because I was thinking about it today, like, hearing a lot of people talk about Amazing Spider-Man, which isn't out this week. But it's amazing me because so many people are saying, because the Lizard's in it, you know, it's clearly a tie-in with the movie, even though it's a rogue and whatever, and I think the art's good, just the art's a little But it's amazing to me, like, how many people are actually kind of jumping on right now with that and kind of less than impressed, or some people thinking about jumping off, and, that's interesting to me right there. Like, it's this weird, like, crash marketing. I mean, it's Spider-Man 530. Whatever, of course they're gonna, like, strive to, like, have the character time with the movie. And I saw Slot talk about it. He's like, yeah, of course I wrote the arc to have the Lizard come out when the movie about the Lizard was out. Of course I did. And I also threw in that hot property Morbius the Vampire to sell out. Like, it's just, you know, they're comics, and if you take them too seriously, and yeah, sometimes there's going to be high points. A lot of people are saying Spider Island was great. That's not the best Spider-Man story ever told. It's a fun one, damn it, but it's good. But it's not the best thing ever. But I mean, you know, it dips and rises, but I mean, you kind of take it as it goes and come with it. I mean, if you're on board for that, that's great, but if you're looking for a lot more controlled stuff, there's always, like, a story that's a mini-series or its own self-contained thing that's going to be tighter and more artistic. That's out there for you too, so I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of indie people who have that point that, you know, want something more, want the old, but it's all out there now in some ways, just not, it doesn't always do as well and doesn't always stay around, so, you know, read what you like and support it. Speaking of cheesecake, this Versus book was awesome. Daredevil versus Psylocke is kind of like, you know, crazy ninja battle, and actually speaks a lot to what's going on in the series and kind of like shows that dichotomy actually better than the main book did in a lot of ways, and it's all wrapped up in a fight so quick. Just that was pretty cool. And then the Emma Frost Thor fight was actually creative. I'll give it some pluses. Plus they threw in some S&M shit, which didn't see that coming, actually. So yeah, but while we're on the subject of this main Marvel fest, Marvel now, I I don't even know the extent of it. They've only announced so much, right? And I've been trying to find information, kind of see what happens with all the books. And I kind of stay away from main Marvel stuff, but it might cause me to drop Uncanny X-Force as kind of the one up in the air one. But they're absorbing more into the Avengers, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of everything being under one name. They might as well just be Avenging Comics now, right? What's the point? And I just don't understand why they're playing off DC the way that they are. I mean, I get it, sales, right? But the more I hear about these titles, the less interested I am. Maybe they'll pull it out and it's everyone that's not me will be interested. That happens a lot, actually. But I don't know. I mean, Uncanny Avengers, and I think that I heard they're canceling Uncanny X-Men. I couldn't verify it. Really? Really? I don't know. Still don't know how to feel about that whole thing, and I don't know, we'll see. I want to cut back on Marvel in some ways, but at the same time, I just signed up to try out Hawkeye and Gambit. Gambit I'm excited for because it sounds like they have a fun new take with him, and that's only ever going to last, 12 issues anyways, right? And then Hawkeye is Matt Fraction, and I think the artist that was on Iron Fist, but I'm not sure. But as much as I generally don't like Matt Fraction, he's coming at it from a solo character thing, which he's only ever done also with Iron Man and Marvel, and I'm willing to give it a shot. But if he doesn't hit the bullseye, I'm canceling it. So, we'll see. I'm hoping for good things, but generally Marvel characters do better on their own than in a group. So, Alright, Buffy's looking at a whole new status quo idea that makes a lot of sense in this post-magic world, but I don't know, if they really do run with it, it kind of kills what you come to the story for. It's been part of my thing, the whole world without magic has been interesting, but it's kind of been not Buffy as much, and I'm riding along, it's been fine, but they keep trying to steer kind of away and away and away from the show, which I can appreciate. They're trying to do new things, but at a certain point, the characterization can only sail it so far. At a certain point, a touch of the mythos and a touch of the fun of what it was the demons and the magic and the vampires, and without that, and you just have these feral enemies, it doesn't have the flavor, it doesn't have the joy that it used to. So we'll see. I'm hoping that within a chunk of time it will resolve itself, but right now it's kind of on a path and they're exploring something new, so I'm giving it leeway, but having fun for now, but we'll see. Because there's a lack of homicidal roosters being displayed in comics, you should pick up Secret Agent Poyo, just for the diversity. Planetoid 2 was keeping the ride going and kind of developing a cast, which is appreciated. And I had a friend who called it the first-person shooter of this, between this and Prophet. Which makes sense. It's gray, gritty, kind of manly, frail, but I don't know, just the characterization makes it work for that weird sci-fi epic. So if you're looking for kind of a survival sci-fi thing, it's pretty cool. But if you're looking for out there sci-fi, got to read a couple issues of Prophet that kind of made me wind around, so I'll probably be looking at that again soon. But yeah, it's a fun ride. Scarlet Spider gets down to some hometown flavor, and I don't know, I'm just getting a sense of more the town being a huge part of this comic, and it kind of tackling some things that Spider-Man's lost, and playing with a character that's reluctant is still fun. Yeah, there's not much else going on there. I don't even know what happened in this comic until the next one. I don't even know. So this has been the weakest chapter of the Savage 6-bit, which is going to be a 4-parter, it looks like, and I don't know, it's just kind of the weak point just because, I mean, everything's set up and it's just kind of following along its path, but what it's doing is taking kind of this trope of the Sinister Six story from Spider-Man and just making it so dark. It's kind of a trip, especially for a longtime Spider-Man fan, and I gotta say, it comes off in a way that is you can resonate with very well due to the fact that if someone did something to people that you loved and like anything like that, you'd probably go off your rocker a bit. You wouldn't just hand them over to the authorities. Good job, the Days say. No, it's a bit more visceral, and for that I think it's an interesting story and an interesting parallel, so that's fun. But now that we're here, I'm down to my rope with DC, and I'm thinking of trying Dial H for Hero. Let me know what you think about that. But of any of the original 52 that started off, if any of you have any recommendations for me to take a second look at, I'd be down. The ones that I'm not willing to do that for are first Batman and Nightwing. Not that I might take a look at Nightwing regardless, but after reading Batman 7, which I bought just recently, despite the fact that it's a while ago, I'm actually kind of curious about that. And if you know how the trades of how the Night of the Owls is going to go, please let me know. I should look that up. But yeah, let me know if you happen to know about that. But those are off the table because those are kind of their own thing, and I read most of Batman, so... And after reading that, I kind of actually appreciated how that and Nightwing were more parallel than I thought they should have been at first. So apparently that was planned. So I don't know. I appreciate that. Then Flash and Batwoman are off the table because I'm reading those. But beyond that, feel free to suggest, though I will say if you suggest a Green Lantern book, I'm not going to listen to you because I tried and I hate Green Lantern since the relaunch. Like, all those books just went downhill. So, yeah. So let me know what you think if you're trying any of those. If you want to herald that, please let me know in the comments. And any of the books we're looking at, please, you know, it's going to be kind of my question of the week is which DC books are you liking, that sort of deal. Yeah, but beyond that, death threats, comments below, thumbs up if it's your first time, subscribe if you want, and peace out. Hope you're loving your comics, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon and a bit more. I'll admit I've been more in video games than comics recently, but meh.